how do you handle a situation when you come in and do play well, but you're quote unquote the backup, and versus Jalen and whether he'll come back and be the starter?
I don't know. I mean, when you're in there, you're the quarterback. I don't think there's any. When you're in there, you're in there. I don't think you think of it as a backup or as anything else. You're just the guy, and I was grateful for the opportunity today.
Would you like to be the starter?
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody, that's halfway competitive wants to play. That's what's fun. That's why you play the game. But I know that whatever role I'm in, we'll give it 110% and do whatever I can for the team.
Gardner Minshew getting the win yesterday against the New York Jets. Let's get right to it. True or false? The Eagles have a better chance of making the playoffs with Gardner Minshew at quarterback instead of Jalen Hurts. What do you think?
Well, I initially wanted to say true because I am a big Gardner Minshew fan. 39 touchdowns, 11 interceptions in his career. I would argue that the Broncos and the Panthers would be in a better position today in the postseason race if they had Gardner Minshew as their quarterback, but they don't. He should not be a backup quarterback. In fact, he's better than Trevor Lawrence. However, having said all that, today is the 1-year anniversary, Mike, that the Eagles benched Carson Wentz and went with Jalen Hurts. I think they have to find out what they have in Jalen Hurts. I think they need to evaluate him. I think he needs to play postseason or no postseason. I think they need to find out if he's the quarterback for this team.
But that's not the question. The question is, do they have a better chance of making the playoffs with Gardner Minshew? I feel like you want to say yes.
I do want to say yes because I do think he's the better quarterback. So I would say, to answer the question correctly, yes, I would say true. He's the better quarterback.
I'm going to say false because I think Gardner Minshew's always had a little bit of that fool's gold to him where you get caught up in what he can do and it peters out. As we saw last year in Jacksonville, they won in week 1 and it fell apart after that. I still think they should have gotten more than a 6th-round pick for him, and I think he's a great guy to have around. Yes. I just don't know that you go all eggs in one basket with him, where somebody would have given more than a 6th-round pick to get Gardner Minshew. True or false, 2 NFC East teams will make the playoffs this year?
I'm going true because Washington's on a roll, playing great with Taylor Heineke. He's playing great. They've won 4 in a row. Right now they're the 6th seed. I'm going to go true. And I'm not so convinced that the Cowboys are the shoe-in to win the division. We're going to find out 2 of the next 3 weeks when these 2 teams play. But Washington firmly is in the conversation to win the division, Mike.
Hey, look around the rest of the NFC right now. Is it nuts to think that the NFC East could have 3 teams? Now, they do a lot of cannibalization and cross-pollination and beating each other up down the stretch, but I don't know. This is bonkos. Every week is going to mean so much and could completely alter the landscape. And it could fall that it's all done by the time we get to New Year's Day. I have a feeling it's going to be up in the air right until we get to Week 18. 2 teams currently out of the playoffs in the AFC will make it. True or false? Let's see the list so we know what we're saying is true or false. 2 that are currently out. False?
I'm going with false.
List?
I think I like the Colts' chances. They've been playing really well, Mike. I like their chances to make the postseason. I don't know that we're going to see the Steelers and Colts make it, and nobody else on that list, to me, does anything for me to say they're going to make it. They're just not playing good enough right now. The Raiders are too up and down. The Browns are too up and down. I mean, I think the Colts have the best chance right now of those teams who are out of the picture right now.
Of all those teams there, 5 of them are not getting in. And any of those teams can be among the 5 who don't get in. There is a 2-game spread between the best and the worst of those teams. That, to me, is incredible, and it's Pete Rozell's dream come to full fruition for the NFL. The Chiefs' defense, not the offense, will carry them in the playoffs. True or false?
Well, I have to go with true, Mike, based on what we've seen over the last 7 games, right? The 5-game winning streak, this defense is allowing 11.2 points per game. They have carried the offense. I love what this defense is doing and how they're playing, and it's amazing when you get a healthy Frank Clark and the rest of the defense is healthy, what they can do. And they've been really, really good, and I think they're going to continue that, and I think they're the reason the Chiefs go as far as the Chiefs are going to go. The offense has got to play better than what they have. Patrick Mahomes has got to play better than what he has.
And you know what? I don't know that the defense will carry them in the playoffs. I'll say the defense will carry them to the playoffs. When they get to the playoffs, the offense had better wake up. And one guy that fascinates me is Josh Gordon. He started yesterday's game, participated in 13 snaps, had 0 targets. They need him at some point, and they need Clyde Edwards-Helaire to do more than he did yesterday. So the defense is going to help get them there, but offense wins championships in today's NFL. If the Chiefs are going to win it, it's going to be because of their offense, except when there's a crippling defense with a pass rush that swallows up a Patrick Mahomes. Then defense wins championships. But if the Chiefs are going to win it, it's going to be because of their offense. All right, real quickly, some names that have been added to the COVID-19 reserve list. Keenan Allen, the Chargers receiver, had a couple of touchdowns yesterday and threw the 2-point conversion on the play that they call the Philly special. They need a better name than that. I mean, you can steal the play, but you can come up with your own name. Cam Jordan for the Saints placed on the COVID reserve list, and also Jordan Love tested positive for COVID-19, so he won't be available to back up Aaron Rodgers Sunday Night Football, most likely. Now, the thing with vaccinated guys, we saw this last week, you can get back, in theory. T.J. Watt did it. Maybe Jordan Love will. Maybe these other two will, assuming they're all vaccinated.
Yeah, but we saw it with Ben Roethlisberger too, Mike. Those two guys for the Steelers got back really quickly.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.